He's fire and brimstone, I'm shattered ice. My favourite line.
Oh, this book makes me feel sad all the time. Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Laurie. If you're new here, I am a romancy and fantasy reader, and one of my most anticipated, like #1 most anticipated read of the year is about to be here. And so of course that means I need to do a reread of the first book, When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. I read this in 2024 and I absolutely fell in love with this world. I devoured this book. It's almost 700 pages and I devoured it in one sitting. It was a resounding 6-star god tier book, and I have not yet picked up the traditionally published version, and I thought, what is the best time than to do a reread, and then when the second book is almost here, and annotate the absolute hell out of this book. I am so excited. I have cheated. I have already started this. I'm 179 pages in. This is taking me a lot longer to read than I kind of expected, because the second book is due to be delivered tomorrow, which I think is early. I'm sure it's not supposed to be released for another couple days, so I'm really excited. I did get the Waterstones special edition of this book and I got signed. I'm so excited. But I am 179 pages into this book. I am annotating my special edition because my indie edition is paperback, and it's really hard to annotate a paperback of that size. So I'm never ever going to sell any of my books. So I'm annotating, I'm highlighting, I'm writing in these pages, and I'm having the best time. I am so happy to be back in this world. I can't believe it took me so long to reread it. It's one of the best written fantasy books. This is a book that is equal parts emotional, fantastical and romantic, and there's so much happening within these pages. There's a lot of heart-wrenching things that happen within this book. This is heart-wrenching from the get-go. Don't expect to go into this just being introduced to the world. Like, you're being introduced to this character when so much has already happened in her life, and there's so much mystery surrounding this character because we don't have the full story, and neither does she. She had lost so much of her memories that she doesn't remember. She doesn't really know who she is. She just knows that something very traumatic has happened to her. She's kind of buried it. She kind of has this like frozen lake inside her mind, and whenever there is something she can't handle, she kind of buries it within the water of this frozen lake. She, cuts a hole in the ice and just buries it underneath. There's also this other, and it's literally called The Other, so we get chapters of The Other. Now the other is her. It's just her in a more emotional state when she can't kind of navigate what she's going through, and this whole other personality comes out and is destructive. They're very powerful, they're very violent, and we're trying to understand, like, what is this other? Like, what is the reason we know the reason why they come up, but like, how did that come about? And everything about her. Now I've just gone to the bit where she has met up with, I'm not gonna spoil it, but I'm 179 pages in, which means things are really kicking off now. Something really bad has happened. She's now in a situation that she can't really escape. She has so much going on and so much on her plate and so much that she feels responsible for. This book is very sad, so expect a lot of crying from me. But we're gonna reread When the Moon Hatched, and we're gonna read The Ballad of Falling Dragons for the very first time, and I'm so excited. I'm so scared, but I'm also so excited. I'm gonna dive into this a bit more tonight. I'm hoping to get at least over halfway through and then finish this tomorrow. If I can finish this tonight, I do want to, because I want to pick up The Ballad of Falling Dragons as soon as it's in my hands. It's been such a long awaited release, and the fact that it's going to be finally here is just surreal to me, because the release for that book kept getting pushed back. Now it's finally happening, it's finally here. So I do want to read that as soon as it's in my hand. So we're going to read as much as we can of this tonight, even if it means I have to be up till very late, and then we'll see how it happens tomorrow. I'm so excited. I'm also ready for the devastation because I know it's going to be devastating. So I'll give you an update when I'm somewhat more the way through this. The way he loves her, I told you, I'm going to be crying a lot. The way he loves her. I'm on page 364, and if you've read this one paragraph, how she does it, but the way she writes this book, it's so packed full of emotion. Like everything is done in equal. The emotions, the fantasy, the magic, like it's so well thought out and so well written. I can tell you with my entire chest, there is no book like this on my shelves. Like this stands completely on its own and cannot be compared to any book. Okay, my copy of The Ballad of Falling Dragons is supposed to be coming very, very soon. I have, what? I have about 200 pages left. So we're going to try and knock out 200 pages before my copy of The Ballad of Falling Dragons comes. I don't know how possible this is going to be, but we'll try. I love these characters in a monologue. I'm living for just being inside their brain. They are so funny. I think I'm learning how to exist without shackles and expectations, without the hurt and the crippling fear of loss that hacked my head from my heart. I think I'm learning what it means to live. I would do anything for Kane. Either way, there's no one else I'd willingly serve my heart on a platter to, over and over and over again, like a hopeless lovesick stray, begging for a treat. He's fire and brimstone, I'm shattered ice. That's my favourite line. Okay, so I'm 431 pages into this, which means I've just over 100 pages left. My heart is in my throat the entire time. Do I know what's going to happen? Kind of. I mean, it's been 2 years and, you know, it's been a hot minute. But The Ballad of Falling Dragons just came in and I can't believe this is in my hand. I can't believe it. Like, it's actually here, and the end papers, stunning. The cover, stunning. I have no words. I genuinely just can't believe it's finally here after waiting so long. And yeah, I'm going to finish this because there's no way in which I don't pick this up today. I have to, even if I don't finish it, because I mean the likelihood that I do finish this today without being severely sleep deprived for work tomorrow is highly likely. But I'm gonna dive into this and I'm really, really excited. Well, that's it. I've just finished my reread of When the Moon Hatched and I forgot about the epilogue. I don't know if the indie version had the epilogue, but my jaw was dropped at absolutely insane. I wish you could actually see the sheer amount of tabs
That's the one thing about annotating on a sprayed edge is you can't see the tabs, and I get a certain joy from seeing my tabs and just the sheer amount of them and all the annotations I've done and all my hard work. But, you know, I don't have a standard version of this book, and I don't have the space for a standard version. Anyway, I finished When the Moon Hatched. I'm gonna go make dinner, and then I'm diving into The Ballad of Falling Dragons. I can't. I'm so scared, but I'm also just can't wait. So I'll be back.
Update on The Ballad of Falling Dragons. I'm 245 pages in, and I have been reading this so blissfully slowly because I already know this book is gonna wreck me. Like, the way that Sarah I. Parker has written this series is just so intertwined with heartbreak, and just the words and the way she phrases things and situations, like, it's just a very emotionally damaging book. But I'm also reading it very slowly because I want to savor this. I don't know when the third book is going to be. This is a trilogy, I think, so the next book is the final book. And I don't know how long that book is going to take, and the fact that I'm picking this up early, well, I say early, as soon as it's in my hands, which I rarely do with anticipated releases because they're so anticipated that I've built it up in my head, and I'm like, I don't want to pick this up because once I picked it up, that's it, it's done. But with this one, it's been 2 years, so I knew that I wanted to pick it up as soon as it was in my hands. But now I'm 245 pages in. I think I'm about 45% the way through. I just don't want this book to be over. I don't want to leave these characters. There is so much on the line right now. We have so many elements happening at the same time, and everything hinges on certain things coming together, and I just don't know if they're going to come together, and I'm also not prepared for the heartbreak that's going to happen when those things come together, because those characters don't know what's going to happen, and the news that they're about to receive is going to be gut-wrenching. So yeah, having the time of my life, because of course I love books that just emotionally wreck me. It's 33 degrees in the UK right now. I'm blisteringly hot. It makes it really hard to concentrate when I'm reading. But yeah, that's the update so far. I'm probably going to try and read a bit more today. If we don't get a migraine from the heat. I'm just not ready to read the final page. I'm not ready to read the final page.
This book was made for heartbreak. Every page I read, it's like I'm just on the brink of tears and I never leave. I know there's just more heartbreak hidden within these pages. I just don't know how much more I can take.
I'm so confused. I was not expecting that singular line to exist. Of all the things, that was not an avenue I thought was going to happen. This book. There is nothing like this series. Like, this series lives in a realm completely on its own. Nothing touches the way this is written. I'm starting to wonder. I have a loose theory in my head, and the more I'm reading this, the more I'm starting to think that maybe this theory is not so far-fetched, and that it is actually a possibility. If it is, I'm wondering like what the benefit of that would be for the Scavenger King. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, that loose theory is not. I am so right about this. Oh my god, I'm right. I knew it. I was just thinking, like, why would he do that? I'm on 403, by the way, and that's the proof that I need that my theory is correct. But like, why would he allow it to happen? That's my question. What benefit does it serve him? I mean, I get it's the control. There are still holes in this puzzle. Oh, this book makes me feel sad all the time. I don't want to read on. This does not make me feel good. I know. This is actual torture. At first I was like, I'm gonna read this slow so that I can savor it, and now I'm reading it slow because I can't take all the fucking heartbreak all at once. No one has ever written, and I doubt will ever write, an MMC that will touch the love that Khan has for Reeve. There's just no way. The love he has for her is immeasurable, and it's written. What I love about this book, and books that I've previously read where, you know, the love is constantly repeated about how much they love each other and how much they'll do anything for each other, it gets boring and it annoys me, and a lot of times I DNF a book that goes too far with it. Somehow, with When the Moon Hatched, it works. It doesn't feel repetitive, it feels natural, it flows. And this book was worth waiting 2 years for, and I'm glad that Sarah A. Parker took the time to write the book the way she has, because if this book was rushed, it wouldn't hit the same and it wouldn't feel the same. This book is perfection because the time it was taken to write this book and make it what it was. It was well worth the wait, and I'll wait another 2 years for the third book, as long as it's written the same, because that's what makes this book, and this is how this book stands on a realm completely on its own. No one will ever love anyone the way that Khan loves Reeve. I've never read a book where the love is just so like such a tangible thing. That's the only way I can put it. Usually I really dislike when main characters, I know, like I said, I'm going to sob my eyes out, but that's just what the book does. When the main character have children, or pregnancy is my most hated trope. When they have children, there is leeway. I don't hate it in this. Like, it doesn't even faze me. And I think it's because the child is grown, so it doesn't faze me. But yeah, it's strange to read a book where the FMC has a child. I'm speechless. Oh my god. Six fucking stars. Oh, I don't even know how to function. I can't function. How do I move? Oh, I'm so utterly... Oh, God. I don't know how to move on from that ending. I don't know how to function and process that ending. I don't know how I'm gonna read anything else until book 3 is in my hands. Oh. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna go and process that ending. I'll be back soon with wrapping this vlog up. I just can't right now. It's a couple hours later. I still don't quite know how to function after reading this book. I mean, to put it lightly, this is perfection. But I still feel like that word doesn't do this book justice. This series is just the best written thing I have ever consumed, and I don't know how to live outside of this world. After reading this, I just feel like there's a part of me that's still stuck in this world, and everything is just stagnant, and I'm sat there waiting for the continuation. The fact that the third book is the third and final book, I'm kind of happy about. Sad, but happy, because I don't think I could live through another couple books. I feel like it being a trilogy is just perfect. And if I have to wait 2 years for that trilogy to be complete, I will wait 2 years, because you best believe this book deserves the wait. It just needs to be written the way that books 1 and 2 was written. Sometimes a sequel can fail after reading book 1. It doesn't hit the same, but Sarah A. Parker, the way she writes yearning and tension and men and the world and the magic and the dragons and just emotional devastation in general is something to be studied. I'm not sure how to move on. I don't think I'm ever going to move on. I thought the wait for book 2 was hard after reading book 1, but I think the wait for book 3 may just be harder. So I fear I will never shut up about this book. It deserves all the hype. It deserves to be... it just deserves all the awards, all the commendations. It's stunning. It's perfection. It's a masterpiece. Everything about, like, there's not a single thing that I would change within this book. Everything is perfect. So that's it. That's the end of the vlog, and I'm devastated, but all good things must come to an end. I will be processing this for a very long time. I really hope you enjoyed this reading vlog. Thank you for watching this entire video. If you have, you can find me on all social media as Lauriereadz, but I am most active on TikTok, and I best believe that I'm going to be on TikTok a lot, just talking about the Ballad of Falling dragons. I really hope you enjoyed this video, because this was hard to make. This was emotionally devastating. I don't think I've ever cried so much while reading a book. That says something. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.